How we doing, everyone? Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend, enjoyable time. I'm doing a poll. I want to know if you'd like to see more Steely Boy, or if you'd like a new microphone. I know how beneficial it could be, and I can use it for other things. But a new webcam, I mean, who doesn't want to see more Steely Boy, right? So I see the pin message for the commands, and yeah. Other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and kick it off. I'm going to start up the game. We're going to continue with our honor mode Gale run. There's that, so you can see it. And we're going to finish up at the Goblin Camp today. That's what's going to be our goal, anyways. I was hoping to stream more this week, but I ended up, Steelyx broke a tooth last week. So I ended up taking him to the vet Friday, and I was like panicked, right? Most people are familiar with how expensive dental procedures can be. He doesn't have insurance or anything. Lazy bastard. I was panicking about the bill. I was expecting it to be like at least $500 in the low end. And it ended up being like 109. So that was pretty cool. But I was working all week trying to like make up some ground, save some extra money for when that happened. And it turned out to be nothing, so being all dramatic for no reason.
Need something?
Which is about par for the course for me. So, I want to see if she has enough money to buy the crap that I'm holding on to. I gotta do another voice stream too, another reading stream too. Because I have so many books that I'm not holding on to. Everything else looks fine. Yeah, I've only gotten the first one of those, I think. Okay, cool.
Till next time.
Cheers, Roa. Alright, we're gonna head up this way. We haven't been north yet. There isn't really much left to explore. That's why it's a wrap-up. We're gonna take care of everything that we need to do in here today. I only got a couple hours, but it should be more than sufficient time. Feel free to talk to these guys if you want to. They don't really have anything super interesting to say. Guy in the cage, too.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise McGlubbiet. Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them.
How'd you land yourself in that cage?
'Cause I'm loyal to McGlubbiet. 'Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god.
I assume you mean the Absolute?
Yeah, and I can see by that mark on your hand that you're part of their mob. Bollocks to your Absolute, and bollocks to you and all.
That's fair. I've never not gotten the mark, so I don't really know what happens if you talk to him before you get it. Oh boy, double Tritos today. Thank you so much for that. These pups are gonna be so happy. Hey, handsome, you come get it? You jump up a little bit? You see that? Yeah, you can. Come on. Jump for it. There you go, good boy. Steely, your turn. Not gonna jump over Kona. You guys are gonna start fighting about it, so just give it to him. Thank you so much, Yogi. The pups appreciate it. I appreciate it. They love their Tritos. Double doggo badness today. Yeah, good boy.
What they do ain't exactly fighting. All they gotta do is lay a bit of powder and ban.
Then they're prepared to die for the Absolute.
Iron's the only thing they're good at.
Alright, this is the famous
What we waiting
Minthara.
for? Spear
Here we
sharp.
go.
The lads are all right.
Your scouting party has not returned, and half of the intruders escaped your guards.
Sorry, mistress. We mucked up.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
I ain't no use without my limbs. The lads will make the prisoner squeal soon enough. I swear.
Silence now, creature, or I will silence you forever.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it, you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul? Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt?
So you want to be careful here just picking a fight. You don't necessarily want to do that right away. There's actually different things that you can do with Minthara. If you want to get her on your team, it is technically possible. I'm not going to bother in this playthrough because I don't plan on using her in my party, and it's just kind of a waste of a Parasite, in my opinion. But if you're interested in learning how to do that, let me know. I can post the comments in the YouTube video or something, but I'm not going to worry about it here. I'm just going to talk to her, and then I'm going to go and pick a fight with the hobgoblin in the other room. A hunt. Who's the target?
Worshippers of a false god. Their existence is an insult to the Absolute's claim on this region. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the Goblin camp. Her mind focuses. The cultists cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
The thief, whimpering in our dungeon, tried to flee to their sanctuary. We will continue to remove parts of him until he tells us exactly where it is. He's been resilient, but he'll talk.
She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
Tieflings should be warned. Together you can outnumber her warband. Again, there's different options here. If you want to get her on your team, there's different ways of going about this. If you're playing a dirge run, I definitely recommend siding with her, but you don't have to. This is entirely optional how you want to handle this.
Speak, true soul. The hunt must begin soon.
And I'm just going to tell her, I can be very persuasive. I'll visit the prisoner.
Excellent. Be sure not to kill him before he talks.
I'm surprised that Karlach disapproved of that.
Prizes
The other
for guessing
options
what
were...
to the
weapon
east.
She wanted me
they're
to just
after.
walk away, didn't it? Didn't
That
she?
way.
The
But
artifact.
Scout said they had...
I am going to fail at romancing Karlach. I can call it already. I've done so much here that she is not approving of, which is a bummer. So I'm going to come in here. We're going to talk to... God, I can never remember this guy's name. Dror Ragzlin?
Sugan al Sukok, O Tasho Kek Dor. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute. Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Sukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
I'm going to go ahead and study the corpse for funsies.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
I'm going to risk it here and mess around with the ceremony.
You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse. Speak and say soothe. Lucan ok al koldek shulko kek.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer.
The first one, I'm going to allow the hobgoblin to speak freely.
Talk to me, freak. Who killed you?
The creature responds, not in words, but memories. You see a clawed hand open a holding pod, devoid of flesh, only darkness.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
The memory fades, and the corpse awaits the next question.
Now for this one, I am going to go ahead and penetrate his mind and try and take control of the conversation. I think guidance should be fine. Yeah.
Ragzlin's thoughts roil, then still. Your words will be his. You navigate carefully. With Ragzlin's voice, you ask,
Who is the Absolute?
Who is the Absolute?
Ragzlin frowns in confusion at a question he would never have asked. You see an image. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, gnoll teeth dripping blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
You're kidding me. Very helpful, squid.
Suspicion floods Ragzlin's mind. Your brain howls as you force a final query into his throat.
Feel free to ask whatever you want, but obviously, you know, we know who killed him and we know what the killer wanted, so what were you doing in Faerun?
What were you doing in Faerun?
Curiosity conquers his suspicions. You suck in a breath of relief, and visions consume you once more. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open. The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her.
Can't you do your own dirty work?
Say that again. 'Cause I know I didn't just hear you refuse the Absolute.
Fine, fine. I'll talk to Minthara.
Falling in line. Just what I like to see.
Only for now. Alrighty, so now we get to position everyone.
The Absolute honors you.
Shadowheart we want like right here, and then we want Astarion over here blocking the exit. Normally I'm playing as a barbarian, so it's a lot easier to have my main character just come over here and do it. That's okay, we'll have her come like over here-ish.
Your desire.
Scratch, we want him a little bit out of the fray.
You have my attention.
Okay, Gale will probably take some damage from this, but that's okay. He'll survive. There we go. See how they're all clustering in on him?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Then you want her to cast one of these. Which one? Doesn't really matter. It's whatever your preference. Just try to get all of them in there.
Be wary of casting such spells, or you might find yourself in hot water.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Then we want her to go ahead and attack any of them.
Defile the Absolute's name, boys!
We're going to start off with that glyph triggering and taking out almost all of them. And doing a lot of damage to Gale. But, again, that's okay. Because we're going to go ahead and... We're about to take a short rest anyways, so might as well take...
Take two.
Thank you. Her and heal him up with some
No
spells.
time for pain. Take two.
A tale for the
Okay,
ages.
now I don't like having Gale that close, but at least he can back up without taking any opportunity attacks. Any luck, all 3 of those hit, and then he's dead that turn. But it's alright, because we still got Starion, who... Well, let's have him run up and kill this person. We'll have him use his second attack there. And then we'll go ahead and do that. And since he can move like crazy, have him get as close as we can. See, this is the problem, is now we're going to start triggering all of these goblins that are out here. And once one of them is triggered, they're all going to trigger each other, and it's just going to be a constant flow at this point. So don't start this, I should have mentioned this beforehand, but don't start this until you're sure you're ready to take on everyone in the goblin camp.
Gods, it's hot in here.
We will have her...
That's it.
Go back that way, and then come this way.
On I go.
Have her move up a little bit. We'll save her spell slots, because it's not really super necessary to try to use them right now. With any luck, you'll be able to hit this person, but it doesn't always work out that way. So we'll just have him dash instead.
Excellent.
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should
Get
take
everyone
a
to
look.
group together and come up here. We did that without triggering the rest of them, so that's good. So now if you need this opportunity to heal or do whatever you need to do, go ahead and take that. But make sure you come back up here, because there's tons of stuff to loot.
What a day.
A couple more smoke powder barrels if you really want them. If you're playing a Barrelmancy run. Here, loot all these guys. He has a key on him that we want. He also has Faithbreaker, which is a pretty decent weapon. It's not credible. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. These will send a Shadow Heart. We'll go ahead and sell these two. I'm going to try casting this on him, but I don't think it'll work, just like with Gut.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Oh, he will speak to me. Why does the Absolute want the fugitives?
Eternal glory. Ours.
Why are you and the Drow working together?
Absolute binds obedience.
Well, didn't learn much interesting from him. Alright, now we can take that key that we just got off Dror Ragzlin. We can come up this way again. Unlock this. And you find the treasure hoard, which looks way more impressive than it actually ends up being. It does have a decent amount of gold and some infernal iron for Karlach. It also has these, which are advantage on melee attack rolls when surrounded by 2 or more foes. These are actually decent for Karlach, but I think we already got something better for her. I'll have to double check, but Selûne's Dream is stupid. It's light healing, but also potentially puts them to sleep, which is not great. So I'm going to sell that. I got to double check Karlach's gloves. I think she has the AC ones. Yeah, so those are not an improvement on those. And the boots. This is actually great. When the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during combat, they gain momentum for 3 turns. Is it better than what anyone else has, though? It's not better than Click Heals. It's arguably better than those, but not for Gale.
A long way to go still.
Definitely not better than those for her, and definitely not better than those. Okay, so we won't be using those in this playthrough. I mean, I love momentum. The more momentum that you have, the better, but not at the expense of what we currently have. All right, now I'm pretty sure that as we come across the rest of these people, they're going to be pissed. Just keep that in mind. They might not be. They are. Totally fair.
It shall be done.
So at this point, we're just going to make our way through and kill everyone that we come across.
my honor.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, that'll be his turn.
Let's have some carnage. Step quick.
I probably should have summoned what's her name?
To the death.
Shovel, but that's not the end of the world.
Need to act fast.
And you can literally just have everyone move up on this turn. I'm not worried about much.
Got to press on.
We're dealing with goblins. These guys are not powerful. They're easy to kill. They don't do a lot of damage. I will have her frenzy, though.
Incoming.
Probably didn't even need to have her dash.
Swiftly now.
Yeah, let's get rid of the priest pretty quickly. That way she can stop blessing people. We're going to try to take out one of these guys. Yeah, we're not going to be able to. Well, we might, actually. Nope. Nope, we can't. Eventually, I give him click heals, so he will be able to do things like that, but... Take out Gribbo. Like, see, I'm not even bothering with Hunter's Mark. These things are not tough. You, like, here?
Time to move.
Oh, Astarion. Shoot, I thought that was Shadowheart. Well, okay.
With pleasure.
Just have him go get the long-range people.
What's the plan?
See, even on critical hits, she just took like 12 damage. Like, it's not something we need to worry about. And because, again, Greater Weapon Master is better than Frenzied Strike, just keep that in mind. It's going to never go that way. Love it when Astarion does that. Okay, and then Gale can take him out. Boom! That's the next area. Just gonna go back and make sure that I've gotten everyone and everything. This and this we'll send to Karlach.
If I don't get my beauty sleep soon, I may just get a tad malcontent.
Oh, you're fine. My goodness. So dramatic. Just take a minute and loot everyone and everything. They're not like drowning in money, but every little bit helps. Now we can loot this corpse from earlier. Who has nothing on him anyways. Go figure. You'll notice that Roa and her 2 bodyguards are gone, and that's a good thing. We don't want to kill her just yet anyways, but we can take all of her crap.
Well, hello.
Have Astarion carry all this heavy stuff, try and distribute the weight a little bit, and then we can come this way, kill the people at the entrance. Does she have... Oh, this is Scratch anyways. Oh, she can make it. Sweet.
Ooh, fun.
Unleash me. In striking distance.
Now remember, Gale doesn't need... He doesn't have penalties for attacking people above him anymore. So you can just have him take out someone that's up here. And if he can get closer, which he cannot, can't hit him. Might as well have him take this person out. You know what?
Let's have some
I'm
fun.
even going to skip Shadowheart. We're just going to go up here.
On the way.
Switch to Gale. Alright. Never mind.
Fuck yes.
Shall we cut and run?
Will you make it that far?
Over here.
Bye forever, pal.
Skip you. Karlak, you probably won't make it all the way up, but you make it close. Oh, you will. Sweet. There we go. Okay, I think that was everyone. Yep. Have them all keep moving on. Starting from the right side over here, we're going to work our way back towards Minthara. Just looting and killing as we go.
Which way to the nearest library?
Please, please. Let me out. There's no reason for this.
Relax, I'm not going to leave you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
But we are going to ask him a bunch of questions. Or not. We'll just unlock him.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us.
Oh, you're not going to let me ask you any
I
questions?
should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
There it is. What did the goblins want with you?
The grove. To the east. They wanted to know where we came from. They'll kill everyone. Please. I need to warn them.
You came looking for the night song, didn't you?
Yes. It should be here somewhere. They said there was a hidden passage underneath this temple. The place was supposed to be abandoned, but when we arrived...
What else do you know about the temple? Any other treasure?
I'm not sure. All I know is there's a passageway to the night song. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. I have to go. I have to get out of here.
Do you know what the night song does exactly?
I don't know. The boss didn't say.
Man, you are just a treasure trove of information.
He just said some wizard called Leroacan would reward us if we found it. That's all.
Alright, well, he offers us nothing new. Interesting. Because we've already been to the temple where the night song supposedly is, and it wasn't there. Atarak also leaves, which is totally fine.
I applaud your taste.
We don't want to kill Atarak, he's our friend. We're going to talk to the rats, too. I'm not even sure what they say.
The rat's nose twitches impatiently.
Nothing,
Her
apparently.
teeth bite air as though it is flesh, but it doesn't sate her hunger.
To the right is where we found Volo. We've already looted that. So you can come up this way. Oh, you know what? So I keep forgetting to do this.
Knight to King 5.
Which one has the most health? They all have the same amount of health. Ah, that would have been great.
Have to keep going.
Time to kill. Keep them guessing.
Oh, that scratch.
Come on, Karlak. Show him who you are.
Hey, she's got some distance now, too. There we go. Take out the three of
Keep
them.
your distance,
Now, you can come at this however you want to. You can come up here like I did, or you can go the back way around. It doesn't ultimately matter. Ooh. Oh, then you get the eye.
Indubitably.
The eye doesn't... It's just annoying more than anything else.
On it.
Alright, so we'll get him down there.
I'm ready.
Have her come over here.
Heading
Get in
there.
front of Gale. What is it? Is it thunder that they're weak to? Yeah. They're like immune to, or they don't take a lot of damage from most other things. Thunder is the only thing that really hurts them. And you don't have a level 3 to do a thunder spell. Do you have... Shatter could work. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a shatter. I'll get rid of that. Most other attacks that you do will not do enough damage to even hurt the thing. And if you happen to hurt it, it'll just take forever to kill it. So, thunder is the way to go, for sure. Even if it's a waste of a scroll. Luckily, Shatter's not one that I use very often. Have her come up here. Couple things to do here, but I think I'm just going to have Shovel be a distraction for Minthara.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Karlach.
Eat it.
Have you go kill this guy. No more frenzy charges. This is potentially the hardest fight in this area, but it's still not something I would call difficult. Same thing, I'm going to use Scratch as the distraction.
There's blood in the air.
Starion, go help her out, please. Oh, and he's out of Kai points, too. So that's going to be... He's going to have a little bit less of an damage output, lost an attack, but, again, not something I'm worried about. If you're going to have him get across, don't put him on the edge there. She'll try and push him off, which isn't good for anyone. Wasn't quite close enough to trigger an opportunity there.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Can't give up. Not now.
I'll be taking an extended rest, so I'm going to use some of my more powerful spells, because why not?
I'm ready. Yes.
Cheer me up, quick!
Swords meet sorcery. Good move.
There it is.
Another parasite. Collect it.
Boom.
It might be useful.
Goblins all dead.
Careful, I bite.
Right. Back to
I'm
him.
ready.
Oh, so glad she didn't fall. Looks like she's about to. See, she comes with an alchemy pouch and a camp supply pack because she can be on your team. It's a new musical instrument. I'll take that. Sell all those. And then she actually has, let's see, decent armor. Not amazing. I'm not a big fan of the mace. Fairy Fire is actually really cool, but it only triggers if you miss your first attack, and it's just not really worth it in my opinion. The Boots of Striding, when you cast a spell that requires concentration, you gain momentum. This is great. I love these for Gale. These are okay, like the +1 to hit and the +1 damage from the lightning charges. It does add up over time, but he is constantly going to be getting the benefits of Focus Stride. So I just think that that's pretty excellent. We will constantly have momentum and be able to get anywhere in the battlefield. There's also the Water Sparkers. These ones aren't as good. They do give you lightning charges, but only if you're standing in water. It's weird. It's a weird ability. I'm sure there's some kind of combo that those are really effective on that I'm unaware of, but
What am I to do?
pick that up. That's what you should do. Thank you. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to give him the lyre and
Time to waste.
I mean, you can put this back in your inventory or you can give it to Karlach. I like having it on Karlach for performances. Okay, and that's it for the Goblin Camp. I'm going to swing down here real quick. We're going to talk to Halsin, let him know that everyone's dead.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger. Thanks to them.
All the leaders are dead. The grove's safe.
You did it. You actually did it. The leader's dead. Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure. Killing's never my first choice, but those three were too dangerous to leave alive. And you'll receive it soon enough. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
Turns into a rat and runs away. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade our illithid powers. Now, you can use these on Gale if you want to. There's a couple other interesting ones. I think Displace is cool, especially with the weapon, the bow that we have, because we push people a lot, so it just increases our push damage. Charm, I don't think is all that good, honestly. I think it's more of a waste of time than anything else. But if you are struggling, and if you're getting hit too much, you can try Charm. Like, I'll get Charm eventually, but it's not like my first priority. Luck of the Far Realms is a guaranteed critical hit. That's pretty cool. Ability Drain is awesome. Stage Fright is awesome. Personally, what I would do is I would switch over to other people, have them start to get favorable beginnings. Starting with Karlach and Shadowheart, because that's going to increase their chance to hit significantly on the first attack roll. Astarion has like a 95% chance to hit all the frickin' time, so it's not as necessary for him, but I'm still going to get it for him eventually. Then we can fast travel back to the Emerald Grove.
Grab your bags. We're moving.
A scout just reported. The Goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
I mean, I'm going to let him keep it. I just feel like being nice. You don't have to.
Very good of you. Thank you.
It's quite a day for reunions. Halsin has returned, too. And I expect he'll want to speak with you. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
We'll see you there.
With the leadership dead, no attack will be mounted on the Grove. I am in your debt, my friend. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
By the way, Kagha's dead. She was swayed by shadow druids, and I had no choice.
Kagha. Poor child. The Grove will be a dimmer place without her potential. But you are right. You had no choice. I failed her long before you arrived.
You sure
the
did,
shadows could
Halsin.
not have tempted her if I had taught her as I should have. But the Grove still stands even if she does not. Thanks to you.
What happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers. And all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest. Celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Cool. Feel free to head up here and talk to everyone if you'd like to. They're going to head out pretty soon here. Don't try and steal everything just yet. We'll give it a little bit. All right?
Now, stop. I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate mind.
Although this isn't considered stealing, so feel free to do this part. That is.
Finally, a city full of real coin.
Oh, you're not going to let me shop with you, are you? Okay.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate.
I don't have the idol you are after. If you happen to steal it, and it's much easier to do or get away with in a dirge run, because you don't mind just wiping out the entire grove, you can give it to her, but obviously I didn't bother with it on this playthrough.
Damn it! Having that stashed away would have made life a lot easier.
Oh, she's all mad at me.
All of our taking stashed away for the journey?
Shadow on your head forever.
Yes, Mum. Check twice myself. But to be sure. We need every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's
Stay near the
Gate.
center of the group, all right?
At
No
once.
wandering off.
God.
Hey,
Seems
thank you
we
for the
might
follow,
actually make
Nick
it to the
Kuzi.
city now.
Appreciate you.
Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
All right. Is it Rika? That wasn't who I wanted to talk to. Okay. There you are, Rika.
Heltrel didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
Been wanting to try Baldur's Gate since it won Game of the Year. Dude, I recommend it. It's fantastic. It is arguably my favorite game of all time at this point.
us! Just like Baldy Ron!
Baldy Ron.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
I'm just realizing that this guy's name is Locke.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
I feel like I've known that before at one point, but let's forget about it.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
Oh, Roland, you dick.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins. I knew you were a good one.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. We're sick of running from those rats.
I mean, you're kind of still running, but I'll let that slide.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you.
I'm just glad I could help.
As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
Let's trade, because I need to sell all my crap. Oh, he doesn't even have close to enough money to take it all. So we're just going to sell like all of our weapons and armor until he doesn't have enough money. There we go. That'll do it.
May you keep balance.
You damn him one more time. Sell the rest of my crap to him.
I wasn't sure we'd make it through. I wish I had better. But this is all I have.
You're fine, damn it. Doesn't even have enough money. Oh my gosh. He has 0.
May
All right.
Temora's luck twist.
In that case, let's go try and see if Saza's still here. Oh, she's dead. I don't know how she died, but she's dead. All right, since we know most of this stuff at this point, who or what is the absolute?
Everything. All of us.
How did they capture you?
Scouting. Snooping. Tieflings. Don't fight. Fair.
At this point, I'm just going to ask her who she is. I mean, I don't...
Saza. Toughest in the tribe.
They all think they're the toughest. Tribe must have some valuable loot. We've already found it.
Ragzlin. Waterfall. Bridge.
Who leads your tribe?
Boss Ragzlin. And the Drow.
The spell's power wanes.
Alrighty. Let's head on over to the druid portion of this. Oh, it's actually much easier to steal the idol now. So if you still really wanted to do that, you probably could. I'm not gonna, though.
Free of the goblins, but the grove is changed. Wounded. The days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halsin to guide us.
Wrong again. There he is. Hey, Raph.
You done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
I think nothing of it. I'm glad Halsin is safe. Again, good
As
guy
am I.
playthrough.
The grove will be whole again. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune.
Never got
You'll
the
need
DLC.
it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Okay, we can put that new thing wherever the hell it is. The wolf. Okay, put that in, and then we press all these.
Well, well, what have we here?
There we go. Okay, these 3 can go to Shadowheart. We'll take those 2. That we're gonna sell. That can go to Shadowheart. We'll take those 2. That we're gonna sell. We'll send that to Shadowheart. Take those 2. Okay, grab this.
Dark blade.
I don't think there's anything
If
in these
I'm right,
vases.
I usually am. It's the glaive from the druid's notebook.
I actually don't mind Sorrow as a
Seek and
weapon.
you
It's
shall
pretty
find
good. The extra attack it gives you is interesting, but for a two-handed weapon that the only
Making
person
me
can use is
sweat.
Karlach, it's kind of useless, so we're just going to go ahead and sell it. And then the Robe of Summer, I guess it would make sense to give that to Karlach. Let's give her the Robe of Summer. That's going to give her resistance to another damage type. And then we'll swap him out to have the Blood Guzzler garb, finally. He has something.
I was worried I'd never see Master Halsin again. You kept your word.
Yeah, you're just lucky I didn't swig that poison. I still regret not killing her, even in this playthrough.
Ha! Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do when you told me about that tadpole.
Thanks are fine. A reward is better.
If you're looking for coin, you're out of luck. I'm a healer, not a moneylender.
Oh.
But here, to mend any hurts.
God, I should have killed her. Gives me a pouch with some what? Alchemy ingredients? An apple. An apple. God, I hate.
The grove's gonna feel so empty.
I hate Nettie. I do. Love her voice. Hate her character. Alright. Moving on. An apple a day keeps the healer away. Oh my god. No. They didn't. That's horrible. Okay, we're going to come up here, and I'm going to stop right here. Alright, so that's it for this area for now. I'm going to go ahead and head back to camp and do that celebration that we were talking about. First, let's talk to everyone, see if anyone has anything new to say.
Cuppa for your thoughts?
No.
May the darkness protect you.
I am probably going to end up romancing Shadowheart in this one. Talk to you about your Shar worship,
I'm
I guess.
sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Yeah, look, Shadowheart. I have no problems with Shar worshippers. I really don't.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shar. Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
We talking about the same sacrifice? Remind me, just so everyone is aware what Shar
My
worships.
Lady Shar is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Please continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shar teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shar, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
When you put it like that, it seems strangely comforting, and in a weird way, it kind of does.
There's comfort, yes. But often there has to be pain beforehand. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shar's truths.
I did not know that. I'll have to look into how to do that, because that could be interesting. I'd be lying if I said it didn't sound convincing. You should tell me more sometime. Say whatever you want here. Ultimately, it's not a...
You're wiser than most. Many people balk at our doctrine. It's the reason why we cherish secrecy. You've a habit of saying all the right things. Either you're very glib or we're kindred spirits. Maybe both, knowing myself. But yes, once we've saved ourselves, we can talk more on this.
Yeah, I think I'm up to... I gotta be over 700 hours at this point. I can check. Yep, 762 hours. Holy shit. Do love me some Baldur's Gate, though. I am, like, so close to saying screw it and romancing Shadowheart. I think I've already screwed up my chances at Karlach, but we'll keep going on it, because that was the goal.
Yes?
Anything new out of Astarion? I thought vampires couldn't walk into homes without an invitation. If you remember when we talked to Auntie Ethel, he made a comment about just walking in.
We can't. And yet I crossed the threshold like moonlight through leaves.
This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it?
Sounds like you're enjoying it.
What's not to enjoy? I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home, manipulate minds. I'm the most powerful vampire in the realms. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can?
So, there's a monster hunter after you.
So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
But why was he hunting you? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
You're sure Cazador's behind this?
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
So I send one after you now, to remind you of that night?
Perhaps. He probably thought it was funny. But more likely, he's trying to send me a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
Why capture you? Why not just kill you?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Well, you're safe with me.
Aha! Safe! You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Can he do that? Just walk into our camp?
Probably not. He has to rest in his crypt during the day. I've never known him to leave Baldur's Gate, but he has no end of lackeys. He'll send someone else in his place. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
So angry. Could have a roll in the hay with her too, why not? Nothing new though. And then there's Will.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye.
I am in the group that likes Lae'zel. I think she's wonderful. Her and Shadowheart are probably my two favorite characters. And they're both insufferable in the beginning, but they're both very much like you warm them up and they become wonderful companions. Lae'zel's defense of Gale when Elminster shows up and tells him what to do with the orb, it's like one of my favorite lines in the game. What do you think of the... I haven't talked to him about this yet. That's funny.
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an Illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
I don't care.
All right.
What Will's
What
opinion
else
is
on your mind?
the tadpoles. Okay, that's it for that. So we're going to go ahead and rest. There's so many more people.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
Refugees?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
Are you worried Shar won't approve?
Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shar. But there'll be time for penance later. Share a bottle with me?
Probably should have talked to Karlach first. You know what? Why not? Just a bottle.
It's quite a bottle. I liberated one of the finer vintages earlier.
I think if you accept
Best
two,
enjoyed someplace private, I think.
you can make a choice before you go to bed. I could be wrong about that, but we'll find out. I'd be glad to.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off.
Not keen on sharing with the others. That's funny. I'll find you after everyone's turned
Best
in
not
for the
keep
night.
me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Wow, wow. Love how Shovel hangs out with Karlak.
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. Speaking of, from where I'm standing, it looks like you and Shadowheart are getting more familiar.
Yeah, definitely should have talked to her
She's
first.
a funny one. All pointy and secretive. But it seems like there's someone very sweet beneath it all, you know? Good to see the two of you getting along anyway. At least one of us is getting a little action. Though, you know...
Ah, cool. All right.
If you wanted to meet up later, maybe we could... meet up? Later?
You, me, bed, now.
I don't think your little friend would let me hear the end of it if I accepted. No matter how much I wanted to. And I really want to. This is bad. But I want to be bad. With you.
I didn't think I was going to pull this off this playthrough.
I'll come find you when the others have gone to bed. Wait up for me, all right?
All right, cool. Shadowheart's going to be pissed. That's fine.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
You should join them. Have a pint or two.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
Hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
And what exactly do you think you're doing sulking out here? Get your arse back to the party.
Oh, the blade doesn't suck.
Sorry about that, everyone.
I was
Jeez.
just reflecting on what has happened and not wanting to be Mr. Serious at a celebration.
Sounds like some pretty words for sulking to me.
I can say it even more nicely. I'm soberly pondering my state of affairs and not wishing to drag a single happy soul into a state of melancholy. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party. Horns this sharp will pop the balloons, you see, and the guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous.
I hate that line. I absolutely hate that line. Where are the balloons, Will? Who has balloons? Fucking so dumb. You're exaggerating. Not that much has changed.
I feel spikes beginning to sprout in places they really shouldn't. But off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
I will be nice to him, though. I wish you were there, but I'll respect your need for peace.
Some time alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
I need to dance! No. No, I need to lie down.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold!
Is that it?
I'll have you know, he can also make them blue.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Who's left?
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Guy sounds like Chucky's dad from Rugrats.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you.
Oh yeah, I always forget that
I
she
need an angle. Any ideas?
can survive. Have you seen this body? It'd be a crime not to sing about it.
one raunchy ballad coming up.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here, I hate it. This is awful.
It's not that bad. Think of all the goblins you killed.
True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
It's a heavy, rich red, dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
Wow, getting these out of everyone tonight. Wild. And what's your idea of a little fun?
By the hells. Sex. Passion. Fun. It's easy for some. You and Shadowheart seem to have a connection. It looks very sweet. Not what I'd call passionate or interesting, but sweet.
Feeling jealous, are you?
No, my love. You and Shadowheart can get up to whatever you want. It means nothing to me. But you go ahead. Have fun.
So sour about it. You fun him so hard.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. A pity for us you have promised your body to the tiefling. I've no doubt you will satisfy your tastes for the mundane.
I'm grateful for your aid. You really are a gifted warrior.
Vlaakith demands of me no less. If only I might lay claim to my proper trophy. Come morning, you will wonder. You will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt. Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself. Astarion looks particularly tempting.
If you say no to her and you romance Astarion, then she goes after Will, and Will says no. And she's all pissed off the next morning. Oh, it's so funny.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know.
That sounded dangerously close to a compliment.
And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
Gotta love them all.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
Take your own advice, why don't you? Go on, mingle a little.
Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the Goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
You're not wrong, Halsin. You're not wrong. I think that's everyone, so we're going to go ahead and call it a night there.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose,
Appreciate that,
you
Dark.
needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
Karlak.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
Hey, you soldier. I think everyone's asleep. May I? Hello, you. I've been waiting for this all night. Isn't it mad? How good life is.
I know what you mean. When I look at you, it's all I can think about.
Thank the gods. I was afraid I was the only one. 10 years is a long time to be trapped in the hells. 10 years without a kind word, a touch, When I look at you, I feel real again. Alive. Gods, I want to ride you till you see stars.
You don't mince words, do you?
Guess not. I just feel what I feel. No sense hiding it.
Oh, you don't have to ask me twice.
Ugh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't tease you, or myself. I'd give anything to touch you, but I can't. Not until I can be sure I won't burn you.
I know some magic that might help me handle your fire.
Sleep on it, maybe. If you've thought of something by morning, I'd love to know. For now, it's enough just to know you care enough to try.
It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
Finally, we're catching up on our puppet master, and the hunt ends at Moonrise Towers.
I was expecting more from you than a lead towards some distant, dangerous prospect.
I won't be held accountable just because you're naive enough to expect easy answers. Now, allow me to continue. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
The Absolute's forces can tolerate such a place?
So it seems, though I don't know how. You will have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aridin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
But I found the hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. The way is clear.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aridin.
You're telling me.
I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
You want to come to Moonrise as well? Why?
Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection.
Is that why you went with Aridin? You thought he might uncover this route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aridin and his band. We didn't even get close.
What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
What about one of the others? Wrath, perhaps?
Wrath has promise, but he has a ways to go yet. He wasn't able to stop Korga by himself. The Grove needs experience and a strong hand. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the grove in my absence.
Sounds like the grove will be in good hands then. We should get going.
Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us.
Ridiculous.
Speak.
You said you were going to share your bunk with Astarion.
So I did, and he served his use. Most enthusiastically, I might add. I may even avail myself of his talents again, should he keep his fangs off my flesh.
Alright. Will is not even over here for some reason. That's weird. Astarion, how was your night?
Yes.
Not great, apparently. Shadowheart, you mad?
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Nope, apparently does not want to talk about it. Good. You seemed intrigued when Halsin mentioned Dark Justiciars before.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Do you think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
I don't understand. Why be so secret about such an ambition?
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Thank you for sharing. Right, this I will have to do, yes, during my next session. So I will call it right there. I think the next session is just going to be a quick one. I'm going to start it off with this, buffing everyone, and then reading, because I have so many books to catch up on. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you all. And I will definitely catch you next time. The YouTube and all that fun stuff is always available for you to check out any streams that you missed or hang out with us on the back end. And, of course, join the Discord to figure out when we're coming online next. That way you don't miss anything. I'm going to have to raid and run. But thank you again, everyone. And I will catch you all the next time. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and all the fun things.